The Expert. Today, we're talking about negotiating a raise.
Yeah, a new study shows women are 25% more likely than men to be turned down for a raise.
And joining us is Brad Allen with wealthwisconsin.com to kind of help us. We know that women are already earning less than their male counterparts, so that's another blow.
Yeah, I mean, women are making about 79 cents for every dollar that a man makes right now. And recent studies have shown that it'll take about 118 years before that gender gap closes. Right, so we wanted to show just a couple different things on when you're going in and asking for a raise. There's a lot of mistakes people make. So some of the things that you can avoid when doing that.
All right.
So
number one is for a raise.
Yeah, number one is asking. You have to ask for it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of people have said, 57% of people have never asked for a raise, right?
My mother always said a closed mouth doesn't get fed.
Right, that's right. And 28% of them said it was because they just didn't feel comfortable asking. So you just want to make sure that you're asking for the raises and that you go in and you do a good job with that.
Is that a year-end thing or at the beginning of the year? When's the timing for that?
I mean, timing is crucial. I mean, the best time to ask for a raise is right when you get a job, right? You just had a great interview, and they really like you. They're excited for you to start. That's the best time to ask for a raise.
So are you saying never take the first offer?
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, it depends what the offer is. Yeah.
All right. So, what advice do you get in terms of negotiating? How, because that's the skill itself, negotiating.
Yeah. I mean, negotiating is a thing in and of itself. You have to do it. The timing is crucial. You don't want to go in and ask your boss when he's having a bad day. I want a pay raise, right? And you want to think of other things too. There's forgetting other factors like benefits for health care, things like that. Is the job right for you? When you're looking at another job, is the culture at that company right for you? Does it go with your goals and your values and things like that? So there's other things to factor rather than just money as well.
And not to mention what value you bring.
Right. What value do you bring? What can you show them, going into that job or going into that interview for the raise? What can you show them the value that you brought the company, whether it's the past year or the past couple of years? This is why I deserve that raise.
So when you talk about what you think you're getting paid for that job, should you look at what's comparable in the industry, what's comparable in the field? If you're an engineer, if you're a school teacher,
I think definitely look in your area. What job you do in your area. What is the average that people are getting paid? Do you line up with that, or do you deserve a little bit more? And I think the more you bring into that conversation where I want a pay raise, if you can show them exactly why you deserve that pay raise, you just have that backing to tell you this is why I deserve it, and that's important.
And how long do you wait? Once you make the pitch,
right?
Do you let the silence linger, or how do you work that? Again, we're talking about negotiating skills.
Right. I think it's just you want to show the value that you're adding the company. You have to have reasons why you deserve that raise, right? And it all comes down to what have you brought to the table in the past year? How have you made the company better? And that's where that timing comes into play. You don't want to ask for a raise when the timing's not right. When the financial status of the company's had a bad year, you might not want to ask for a raise at that point.
Yeah, you bring up the gender issue, but is there also, if some employees have been there 20 years that are making a certain amount versus someone
years
who's
of service.
Yeah, I mean, does that play into the equation? Is that a fair equation?
I think so.
If you're doing the same work as that person, how do you sort of, draw the parallels?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you've been there for a while, obviously you're going to get an average of 3%. Right now in 2016, the average pay raise has been 3%.
Well, it has.
3%.
Right. So if you think you deserve more than that, the first step is asking for it, number one, and show the reasons why you deserve that raise compared to somebody who's been there for 20 years, maybe.
Can you stop by that corner office on your way out and have a little conversation with our bosses?
But it's got to be the right time.
That's
It's got to be the right time.
Timing is everything.
Thanks, Brad, for showing up again from wealthwisconsin.com. If you have a question for our experts, you can email them at asktheexpert@tmj4.com, or you can also call at 967-5253.